Morning, everyone. It's Tom Pissack, author of Jonathan's Tales. I'm back once again. I might cautiously assume you have kindly listened to my introductory talk in 4 parts on employing Jonathan's Tales as a language tool using idioms, phrases, sayings, and proverbs. As stated in those videos, I intend over the course of many future videos to deliver a plan to use Jonathan's Tales to help all students of English language broaden the scope of the English language competency. Today I'm going to dive straight in and look at the idioms, phrases, etc. in one particular tale. Well, that's the plan. And where better to start than the story depicted on the cover of Volume 2, the third tale entitled The Parrot and the Woodpecker. The tale is an exciting seafaring story offering a blend of humour and twists and turns with a startling ending involving the exposition of a famous law, the law of unintended consequences, which will feature as a 75th notation at the end of the tale. With that late placement in the story's narrative, we must suspend our impatience, wishing to grasp what this fascinating law is all about. A law which, may I say, has a broad relevance in all our lives. All will be relieved, all will be revealed in the denouement of the tale itself, gypsies notwithstanding. Now, having engaged in being such a spoilsport procrastinator, and in that I reflect in humour that I maybe have missed my author genre. Perhaps I should have been a suspense writer after all. And yet, if you have the book in your hands, you can, of course, circumvent this unintended delay and read it instantly. The law of unintended consequences, that is. These are the idioms that I'm going to be dealing with today. Some of them are very colloquial, and I love the last one, a red herring. So let us look firstly at the idiom, not from the book, alas, from my narration. Dive straight in. So you can see here it means to become suddenly and enthusiastically involved in or occupied with something. And there's a couple of other uses of the word to dive straight in. Well, to the story of the parrot and the woodpecker, a little descriptive background. The unlikely heroes taking center stage in this wonderful story are a pair of birds. Can you Adam and Eve it? But there I go on offer two more idioms or reviews. One to take center stage, derived, I'm sure, from the world of theatre, and the other, and I must confess a little shame, introducing you to a smidgen of Cockney slang. Can you Adam and Eve it? So you can see the center stage and a couple of examples there. Then let's have a look at Adam and Eve it. Would you Adam and Eve it is a Cockney rhyming slang, meaning would you believe it? It's a way of expressing surprise or disbelief, often used when encountering something unexpected. The phrase is rooted in the rhyming connection between Eve and believe. Well, no shame really, as language, especially conversational language, is not just about speaking received pronunciation, but also in the delightful colloquial slang. Don't you agree? So early on this week, in this video, we've had a plethora of items to enjoy in our language journey. So received pronunciation, its description of that is there. Once again, back to the story. In conventional terms, do you not agree that a parrot and a woodpecker are avians, which are rather strange bedfellows, often not paired together? Strange bedfellows indeed. And you can see there the meaning of strange bedfellows. Also, a couple of other examples. Excuse me. If you don't have the book, not to worry. I've joined the videos I will post on this epic tale. You'll get an idea of how the strange friendship evolved. Indeed, I would be ever so delighted if you actually read the story, as I know you would deem it, whatever age you currently are as a reader, an unforgettable tale. Although I'm in distraction at the moment, being unwittingly waylaid by various idioms in the video narration, principally as I have all my own life been gifted with a, how can I put it, a certain loquaciousness, what some might term the gift of the gab. On a positive note, as we continue our adventure together, there will be, in awesome consequences of that loquaciousness, treasure trove of literary jewels to review. I promise I will soon make a serious endeavour to turn to the parrot and the woodpecker's own provision of wonderful idioms and phrases, the third tale in Jonathan's Tale, Volume 2. But again, let us pause a while to ponder waylaid and gift of the gab. I look at a little more extensively the latter, and it's got roots in my own family history. So, waylaid means to stop or interrupt someone or detain them. And we can see here a couple of examples. And the gift of the gab is a fascinating phrase, the ability to speak easily, confidently in a way that makes people want to listen to you and believe you. You've got some historical origins on this slide. And right at the end, it talks about the Blarney Stole in Ireland, where you kiss, or they say swallow it, and you become highly fluent and easy wit with words that can be persuasive. Within the dazzle of delightful idioms we are exploring, we're in danger of losing our way on the main aim of how I propose to operate, what I called in the introductory videos the modus operandi. A little reminder of how we'll proceed. The second slide today indicated this particular story has an amazing rich array of 78 notations listed. As indicated to the introductory videos, we're going to approach this task by a brief glance at the narrative which precedes the notation concerning the relevant idiom and phrase. Ideally, you would have read the tale prior to this video. I will then look at the specific idiom phrase related to the notation. In the story text, you will see the numbered notation. Finally, I will turn to the back pages to show you how I've listed the notation with their explanations. Following this, we can look at an additional examples of the idiom in question in real world language, which I have been doing in this. But alas, the best laid plans of men and mice. Even though I have been a little thwarted in turning to the book temporarily owing to the idioms we've reviewed in the narrative. Let us savour these little literary gems in our mind, holding a firm belief that all is grist through our mill to become confident conversationalists. We address the idiom grist through the mill in the introduction. So let's have a look at the next idiom, the best laid plans of men and mice. And it's rather an interesting phrase at the end, the historical aspect of it. Robert Burns, I believe, is a Scotsman. So to the story now, and then I will stop dead in my tracks. As these videos are principally about idioms, I will skirt over the first 6 notations in the Parrot and the Woodpecker, as they're actually explanations of nouns arising in the narrative, e.g. kingpin, loop, etc., and explanatory facts like what are the West Indies and a descriptive note on the 7 seas. Perhaps on reflection, one of those, excuse me, note three, one of those six, should I say, note three, might serve our interest, though, by increasing our English language knowledge. But before note three, let us ponder over the phrase to stop dead in one's tracks. And there we go. You can see the description says it all in the picture. And there's a couple of other examples. Note three in the book. Whole salt is jumping up and down for all our attention. And I sadly regret we must briefly await before outing this quite interesting tale. I will take a breather now before picking up the first note we can look at in this enormously interesting nautical tale. Note 3, oh salt. What an inscrutable phrase this is. A red herring for sure. Has it's absolutely nothing to do with what one might see at first view. Culinary matters. In fact, the image in slide 19 encapsulates the description red herring in a different way, equally with validity, as red herring can mean being led up the garden path. So before I retire today, let us not lose the magic of the phrase red herring. A red herring is something that misleads or distracts from a relevant or important question in the image. Then there's a few other examples of red herring. I do like this phrase, immensely so. So that's it for now. Goodbye. Have a great week and I'll see you next week. Bye bye for now.